Gotta get my fans, I don't think they big enough. Or either I can sell them, think about Trey, I'm finna go dig.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Charles 2K coming back to you guys with another video. And as you guys can see from the title of today's video, I got some NBA player props for today's game slate on Sunday, which is January 29th. Now, before today's video does get started, if you guys are new to PrizePicks or you guys would just like to show some support in general, you guys can sign up with my referral code once you do download the app. It will match whatever you do deposit on the app. So if you guys are interested in doing that, the link will be left in the pinned comment down below. But with all that being said and out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. Now, at the start of these videos, I am always going to do a recap of yesterday's plays or yesterday's video. So my play for yesterday was Trae Young over 25.5 points and Chris Paul over 9.5 assists, and those two did cash with ease. So all the research and all the analytics data that we did use was correct. So if you guys did tell this, congrats on cashing. Now, in today's video, I'm gonna give you guys three picks for the first game, like the 1 p.m. game, which is gonna be the Heat versus Charlotte. Now, I probably will release a video if I see anything else on the board I do like when the other lines do drop and come out. But as of right now, here's what I do like. So the first play is going to be Jimmy Butler over 20.5 points. Okay, now if you go to Jimmy Butler and you look at his spread over the last 5 games, he's averaging 22 points. Okay, so against Orlando he had 29, against the Pelicans he had 18, against the Mavericks he had 12, against the Pelicans once again he had the same number, which is 18, and against Atlanta he had 34. And now once again, coming off this big game right here, Jimmy Butler is seeming to be looking more and more like himself. You know what I'm saying? He's off, I believe he's off the injury reserve list for the Heat, so I expect Jimmy Butler to have another great game. Now, another thing pointing towards the over for me is if you do go on StatMuse, a very good site if you're doing any type of prop betting research, and you type in Jimmy Butler stats in last 5 games versus the Hornets. So Jimmy Butler is averaging 24.8 points, 7.6 rebounds, 7.2 assists in the last 5 games versus the Hornets. Okay, and his line is only 20.5, and he's cleared this line 1, 2, 3, so that would be 3 out of 5 times, because right here, you know, he got hooked, which is, you know what I'm saying, unfortunate. He could have cleared that. I don't know what happened in that game, but I do expect him to clear this 20.5 point line very easily. He also does shoot 51% against them, so that is a very high clip. Also, if we break it down a little deeper and we go over to props.cash and type in Jimmy Butler and look at his points in his last 10 games, he's averaging 22.5, which is over 20.5. His last 5 games, he's averaging the same thing. And versus Charlotte, he is averaging 27.5 points. Is also number 28 in points allowed, 26 in field goal percentage allowed, 24th in 3-point percentage allowed, 22 in 3-point percentage allowed, and ranked 22 in free throws allowed. And you guys know Jimmy Butler loves to shoot free throws, and he really does not miss those at all. And they are also ranked number 13 in small forward defense. So with all the information being researched and implemented into this pick, I like the over for Jimmy Butler at 20.5 points. Now, my second play, you know, you guys might think it is a little crazy. We're gonna be going with Terry Rozier over 2.5 3 points made. Okay, now let me just go ahead and show you guys his spread over these last 5 games of this, because it's kind of crazy. So in his last 5 games, he's averaging 4 of these threes. Okay, so as you guys can see, against Chicago he had 4, against Phoenix he had 4, against Utah he had 2, against Atlanta he had 7, and against Houston he had 3. So he has hit this line 4 out of his last 5 games, and that is going to be a 80% hit rate. And now another thing, you guys know we like to apply the StatMuse research as well. If we go over there and we type in Terry Rozier stats over the last 5 games versus the Heat, and if you go over to 3 points made against the Heat, he has made 3, 1, 1, 3, and 4. Okay, so he has hit this line 3 out of the last 5 times they have played, which is a 60% hit rate. Now, also, if I do go over to props.cash and do my research over here, Terry Rozier is averaging 2.73 points made a game. In his last 10, he's averaging 3.3. His last 5, he's averaging 4. And against Miami, he is averaging 3.5, which is way above his 2.5 line. Miami is also ranked number 26 in 3 points allowed, 25 in 3-point percentage allowed, and ranked number 25 to the point guard defense. So those are going to be my reasons behind this pick right here, which is Terry Rozier over 2.5 3 points made. The only way I see Scary Terry missing this is if he goes out and has one of those nights where he just puts up a lot of shots, but none of them are going in, so he should hit this with ease. And now I am going to add in a third bonus play for you guys, just in case you don't like any of these 2 picks. I will leave you with another one, and that one is going to be Bam Adebayo over 11.5 rebounds against the Charlotte Hornets. Now, here's the funny thing about this line. Okay, so Bam Adebayo over his last 5 games is averaging 9.8 rebounds. He's only hit this line once out of his last 5 games. So he's against Orlando, he's had 6, against Boston he's had 15, against the Pelicans he had 9, against Dallas he had 11, against the New Orleans Pelicans once again he had 8. Okay, so here's the thing. The reason why this line is super high and nowhere, well, it's kind of, you know, 3 up from his average, is because once I show you this research about this line, you guys will understand why. So Bam Adebayo over his last 5 games against the Hornets has averaged 19.8 points, 12.6 rebounds, and 3.8 assists. Now, if you go over to the rebound counter, he has went over that 11.5 line once, 2, 3, 4 times out of the last 5 games against them, which is a 80% hit rate. He averages 12.6 rebounds against them as well. So this is a very good play. I'm almost 100% sure that he should get this. Also, if you go over to props.cash and look at the defensive matchup rating for this, the rebounds allowed in Charlotte favor, they are ranked number 29. Offensive rebounds allowed, they are ranked number 19. Defensive rebounds allowed, they are ranked number 30, and they are ranked number 11 in center defense. Also against the Hornets, Bam Adebayo does average 14.5 rebounds this season. And those are the reasons that I do like that third pick right there, Bam Adebayo over 11.5 rebounds. So those are going to be my first early picks. Like I said, if I do find something else that I do like, I will make a different video. Today's games are kind of short and, you know, the matchups are kind of weird, but if I do find something worth value, I will try to get it out before any bumps do happen. But I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. Don't drop a like on today's video. Don't forget to turn on post notifications so you guys do not miss anything in the future. It's me, boy Charles 2K. I will catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.